Angeles Times?
Yeah. Mr. Crayon?
In fact, Neil, would you bring those cardboard boxes of crayons up to the table? You guys bring your crayons? If you don't have crayons, we're going to be handing out crayons. Here's some nuance, and here's some detail for James Randi of the LA Times. We pay the highest sales tax in the nation. And that was before this tax increase. We pay the highest income tax rate in the nation. And that was before this tax increase. Schwarzenegger has doubled the car tax. How many of you have children? They're penalizing you $200 per child per year. They can't hear you in the back.
Can't hear us? Can you hear us back there? It's such a huge crowd that extends all the way to the slide bar through the parking lot that it can be tough. You have to pump up the volume.
We're gonna yell as loud as we can. I know some of you in the back can't necessarily hear us well, but we are going to try to communicate what's going on here as best we can. More speakers. So we've got the highest sales tax in the nation, the highest income tax in the nation, the highest gas tax in the nation, the highest business tax in the West. And they said, oh, no, you have to compromise. So they laid on us the largest tax increase that any state has ever passed in the 233-year history of the United States. $50 billion of taxes over the next 4 years.
Now let's talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know a lot of you voted for Arnold in the recall back in 2003. And why did you do that? Let me think. Oh, we had a big deficit with a lot of overspending, didn't we?
Car taxes.
And now where are we 5+ years later? It's worse. And after telling us, not only then, but in 2006, he was not going to raise our taxes, he went and did it. It is time for the recall!
Recall!
Arnold Schwarzenegger should be recalled. He lied to every one of you.
Yes.
He lied to us. He used us. We emceed 3 of his rallies. 1 to get him elected. 1 to celebrate the car tax repeal, and 1 to try to get his propositions passed.
We are sorry.
We apologize.
We do make mistakes.
We were used by a Hollywood phony.
Yes.
The spending has increased since he's been governor over 40%. That's what I call solving the problem of overspending. He didn't have the will. And every Sacramento insider we talked to has said that. He just wants to be loved. But guess what? You guys hate him, don't you?
Do you know what he did as soon as he passed the largest tax increase ever in U.S. history for a single state? He went to Germany. He went to Germany to get a global warming award. You know where he is now? He's hosting an Arnold Sports Festival in Columbus, Ohio. He should be here. He should be apologizing to you, and he should be resigning.
That's what we get for electing a movie star.
Clay, I know you're there. Let's play a few Arnold clips to remind people of
The promises? Yeah.
The promises. Let's play clip J. Clip J.
I've said it before and I will say it. I will not raise taxes on the people of California.
That's in 2006, the second time time he ran for office. I will not raise taxes on the people of California, period.
Liar!
Yes. Yes, how about a chant of liar?
Liar! 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 Liar!
When you say I'm not going to raise taxes, period, there's no $50 billion exception.
You know, one of the reasons we thought that we could get by with him is that we thought he put up the stop sign on the taxes. Obviously now that isn't true. And for 5 years he didn't stop the spending, and all he did was bar the state into hell. This has been a complete disaster, and it's time to do something.
We have another clip of him. This is from the day before Election Day 2006. He came to our studio, sat right across from the both of us, at our table at KFI, and Clay played clip D. Clip D. Listen to what he says to our faces.
Which Schwarzenegger are we getting next year? That's what a lot of people want to know.
Well, the same one as you have had there for the last 3 years, which is a governor that is bringing Democrats and Republicans together to solve the problems, and someone that has a big vision, someone that wants to move the state forward, someone that wants to create more jobs and make sure that the economy booms and grows, someone that will not raise taxes, and someone that is tough on crime.
Someone that will not raise taxes. Liar!
Well, one thing he said turned out to be true. He brought the Democrats and Republicans together to raise your taxes, didn't they? We've exposed that little scam, haven't we, on the air?
Yes. Later on in the show, we're going to explain the scam. I can tell you, with very good sources that we have, that the Republican legislators are frightened and they're scared. They're angry.
They really lied to you, too.
Because through a complex series of votes, they tried to rig it so they could pretend they were voting against the tax, when actually they were voting for the tax. That'll take us to Prop 1A, which we'll explain later in the show.
But how are we voting on 1A, May 19th? No!
Now, for those of you here, we have a lot of games to play. We have carnival-like booths set up on the perimeter, on the right to my right over there. You can play tic-tac-toe. You can play can't get over the tax hump game. You can play the navigate the car tax game. And then we have political traitor shoe toss. You can act like an Iraqi journalist and whip his shoe.
We also have the Flushinator, which is our response to the crappy tax increase. And up here on stage, and some of you are going to join us in doing this, how many of you bought your own DVDs? Your movies, you have any? We present to you the John and Ken Shredinator.
We are going to shred Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie career with the Shredinator.
And over here, with this sledgehammer, we're going to destroy any others that we can't destroy with the Shredinator. If it's an old video cassette, or if it's an action figure. Oh yeah, we wanted to get the shears, John, to like chop the heads off of any action figures.
Anybody have Schwarzenegger action figures?
If
We're
you
gonna
do,
snip his head off.
When we were standing backstage, we heard some of you people chanting off with their heads. That was just great.
Oh, how about an off with their heads chant? Let's go.
The media.
Off with their heads! 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 Off with their heads!
You think they got the message?
All right, we're going to take a break. Remember, the media, they're roaming around here somewhere. You've got to give them your story. You've got to tell them how this is hurting you and your family. I mean, we're angry today, we're having a good time, but you also got to get across emotionally what this tax increase is doing to you personally, because they have moved on, and we can't allow that to happen.
All right, John and Ken Show. Give a big cheer.